You know, I've always sort of tried to pride myself on fulfilling requests when they have been made of me, at least if it's realistic and I can find a way to do it. Sometimes it's not realistic, like it's totally outside the realm of possibility. But there's one request that came a long time ago, almost 3 years ago, that seemed like it should have been relatively simple to do. Somebody asked me, and I can't remember who it was now, and I can't even tell you what review it was on, but somebody asked me if I could take a look at G1 Sunstreaker. I didn't have him in my personal collection, and I asked around, and so many people did not have him until recently. Friend of the channel, Jeff, was kind enough to lend me this guy, a fresh mint in box G1 Sunstreaker. Now, it might be a KO, I'm not sure. Maybe it's authentic. Hopefully it's authentic. I can tell you this. He is some G1 goodness, and this box is sealed right here, and it's sealed right here. How often do you get the joy of being able to open a G1 Transformer fresh this day and age? Stick around, because we're going to review G1 Sunstreaker in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, and me everywhere. And I'm so very excited today. This is a request that is so long overdue, man. And I really appreciate Jeff letting me take a look at this. Now, the stickers aren't applied, nothing's been taken out. We're going to see this guy pre-sticker and post-sticker. It's lovely packaging. We have that classic scene on the back. We're going to talk more about it. I absolutely cannot wait to crack this guy out. In fact, let's stop belly aching about it right here and head over to the table and take a closer look at this dude. And here we have G1 Sunstreaker. I almost can't believe it, to be honest with you. And he is here in box. We, of course, see Sunstreaker through the window on the front. We see the artwork over here. We see your, typical Sunstreaker-y Autobot stuff down there. We see Autobot Sunstreaker on the side. On this side, same thing. We see the Transformers, more than meets the eye here. We see our 4 steps up there. Just stuff down bottom, and on the back, apparently it was worth 2 robot points. We have our decoder needing tech spec thing. Down bottom it says 1984 and Hasbro and Pawtucket and all that stuff. And as we move down toward the far end, it has Takara and it has Tokyo, Japan. The artwork here is beautiful with Optimus and Prowl and Side Swipe and Sunstreaker right here. We have Starscream right here and Soundwave right here. What I find interesting, and I never noticed it before, and I guess it was always there, is I see 1, 2 Laserbeaks and I see 1, 2 Ravages. Okay, I don't think it's them moving forward. Like the 2 Laserbeaks seem to be in different trajectories, and this doesn't seem like him coming closer. It's the exact same model. It's just this one seems like he's maybe behind it. I don't know. I don't know. It's strange, but I never noticed it before. And you know what? I don't really care. This is still one of my favorite scenes of all time. And now we are back here. As I said, this is sealed tape on both sides. I am so very thankful that Jeff is letting me take a look at this. I know that it is a viewer request that is long, long overdue, and it is not lost on me that this is a very special event. Okay, so first thing to do is, and of course kids, if you're opening a box, getting adult help. We cut the tape. This is a bit more challenging than I thought it was going to be. Pardon the cutaway. I wanted to get this thing closer and be delicate with opening it because this is in pristine condition. Opening that flap and this flap, even if this is a KO, like it's such a well done, but I don't think it is. And we can take the box out of it, and here we have Sunstreaker in all of his glory. And here's what we have fresh out of box, along with a little instruction booklet. We'll take a look at that shortly, and then take a look at this guy without his stickers. And of course he comes with instructions, and they are beautifully colored. This must be a repack or a reissue, or gotta be a KO or something. I can't figure it out exactly, but it's a beautiful specimen nevertheless. Here are your instructions, and they are instructions. Better than anything we get nowadays. The other side has the placement of all the stickers. Speaking of which, the dude comes with a bunch of stickers, and they're stickers, they're nice. And there's this peculiar little rub symbol, which makes me think it might be a Repro label of some sort, perhaps. Maybe. That would make sense. And a tech spec decoder. 3 beautifully chromed missile bits. These 2 things, which are apparently called rocket boosters. Who knew? And last but not least, 2 hands. This was always sort of a go-to when it came to G1. Was it not? And if we hold the decoder in place, well, you can see right there kind of how things go. He has some higher specs than I expected for, like, endurance, intelligence, firepower, skill. Who knew he was so high up? In terms of his bio, there it is, and you can read it if you want. And here is the Autobot's most egotistical member, Sunstreaker. Well, maybe Trax would give him a run for his money. He is beautiful. I do not have my G1 Sideswipe or my rather lackluster G1 Red Alert to compare him to, but they are a similar sort of thing, though the transformation is quite different. Beautiful chrome back here, beautiful chrome up here. A lot of times these G1 specimens are missing this back piece, so it's lovely that he has it. Rubber tires, chrome inside. Underneath, this is what you can see. Up here, his feet are die cast. I can't really speak to anything else. Everything else feels plastic. He rolls all right. There's this black piece here kind of hinders slightly underneath. Maybe it goes locked up a little bit more than what I have it there. But I do adore the look of the vehicle. It looks like Sunstreaker. Obviously, we're not putting the accessories on here because it's G1, it is what it is. Interestingly, while the box on the back said 2 robot points, the instructions actually say, I don't know if you can see it, maybe not. They actually say 3 robot points. So I don't know. I can't. I know it's a G1 Sunstreaker, and I'm glad that I'm able to fill the requests for this review after such a long time, but there's things there I don't understand, and I love it. So he rolls, he rolls pretty well, I guess, and it is what it is. The conversion is pretty simple. Now, remember, we do not have any of the stickers on this guy yet. They will go on him. They're just not on him yet. We're going to do the conversion, get him into robot mode. I'll let you see him without any of the stickers on him. And then we'll be back once I get the stickers on him. So we'll do some magic, right? But nevertheless, here we go. So, how do we convert this guy? Well, as you would expect, it's G1, so it's not very hard. I'm going to back up slightly just to make sure that we have all the room we need to do this. It's not like I expect this to be particularly hard, but nevertheless. So we begin with Sunstreaker by pulling the body down, opening out the feet, and flipping them up. Then we can stand him up. If we turn him around, we can flip this piece down, and you can see that we have one arm down here and one arm up here. And this is where things get scary and tricky. This arm here can come off a bit, and this arm here, if I can get it, can start to come out a bit. Now, this one over here, we rotate it out. Rotate it down, bring the arm forward. Then we can deal with this one over here easier. And we should be able to deal with this one easier. There. Lift up the front, and you can get your finger in behind here to start to get this out. Get it up. Bring it out and down. Okay, if we turn him around, of course, we have this. Doesn't quite look right. Again, I'm going to back things up because he is actually going to get taller than I expected. I will tell you now that the hinges here where the arms fold out are the scariest part of this guy. They are also the part that's known to break on a lot of these kids' toys. This whole hinge right here is it's a frightening experience. We lift out the windshield, and there's a black seat here. It goes in right there. We can bring this down, and then we flip up the head. We come to the back here, and we bring this back piece up, and it snaps into place. And without any of his accessories on, here we have G1 Sunstreaker. And we're just gonna put his little boosters, rocket boosters, in his shoulders where apparently they belong right there. And the other rocket booster belongs over there. It just started to go down a bit. We will take one of his hands, actually we'll take this one, and we will put it in over there. And now on this side, I don't know, just because, let's put one of those chrome things in there, even though by rights we should use the other hand, but just to show that that can go in there. The firing mechanism, this little button here, does still work. If I put that in here again, and I just shot that over across the room. Let's put his hand in there. Let's just go ahead and put his good old-fashioned hand in there. And we can bring his arms up. And he is spectacular. All these years later, I'm still impressed with the dude. In terms of his paint apps, well, we don't have stickers on, so I'm not going to grade that yet. In terms of the conversion, well, we're also going to take him back to car mode. We haven't compared him to anything else at this point. We're going to after he has the stickers on. So I don't want to talk about the grade for his conversion yet, but there are scary points. The articulation, however, that we can do. In car mode, he rolls like a car. It's fine, except that black panel on the back does slightly hold him up just a little bit. In this mode, well, the head does nothing. The legs do nothing. The arms, they can go way out like this. We have elbows. We have wrist swivel. We have reverse elbows. Like the arms, you know, they can't go forward or back. Just so we're clear. They flip out, but they cannot go forward or back. Still, for the arms to have the range of movement they do is impressive for the time. That being said, when you put his arms straight down. The guy has some long arms on the go. Almost, you talk about exercising by touching your toes. I mean, this guy barely needs to bend over to touch his toes. Like, they're pretty long arms. Not gonna pretend anything otherwise. But he is eye-popping. He is stunning. Now, that being said, we're going to go from him looking like this without any of the stickers added to him looking like this. And the differences are kind of stark. We have red on the shoulders. We now have some like black down around the lower fender and toes. We have some detailing on the inside of the legs. What else do we see in robot mode? We see that he has now detailing around his waist and up on the kind of like sides of his chest, so to speak. That might be about it in this mode. The only thing that I can really compare him to in my own personal collection is the Universe Sunstreaker, who I looked at in episode 8 a long time ago. And truth is that for the time, the Universe Sunstreaker was a pretty decent update. I mean, we had yellow on the upper shoulders, just like yellow on the upper shoulders of this guy. We even had a little bit of red detailing, just like the red stickers. Even down to his feet. You might argue, say, his feet are supposed to be yellow, but the Universe has black feet. Well, the toes of the toy had black, so maybe it's sort of fitting. That being said, I would say that the Unite Warriors Sunstreaker, in terms of paint apps, is probably the most accurate until we get to things like Masterpiece and Third Party Masterpiece. Nevertheless, this is what we had, and taking him out of it, I said that we could grade the articulation. Well, now we can also grade his paint apps and transformation. We already looked at his articulation and we know how it works in, his vehicle mode. I don't know, we'll say his articulation, his G1 for the time was actually pretty good. I'm going to say it was an 8 for the time because the arms could actually do a lot more than what a lot of these guys could do, even if the legs were pretty much non-existent. Well, not pretty much. They were non-existent in terms of articulation. I'm going to say it's an 8. Why not? I'm in a good mood. In terms of conversion back, we take these out and lay them off to the side, and we press the button and it gets either his hands out or it might get those chrome missile pieces out. Then to take him back, we put the head down, we flip down the piece on the back, we straighten out his toes. I just had a sticker come off. That's the problem with these particular lower stickers that are on his toes. They don't like to stay on at all. Not even a little bit. I'm gonna fix that and then we'll come back and kind of try this again. Alright, so let's try it from here. We already have his shoulder pieces off and his hands out. We flip down this piece on the back. We bring his head forward. We flip down his toes. Hopefully the stickers won't come off. We push them together. We should be able to lift that up and bring out the whole seat, bring the whole thing down. Then we got to deal with I just had another sticker come off. I'm going to have to fix that too. Then I'm going to have to deal with the arms here. And we have this one that likes to come up over the top. We bring it back. We will fold it in. And there is a little tab, I suppose, and a little hole right there where it fits in. Then for this one, we bring it in. And we should be able to bring this arm down underneath like that. And then we will fold this piece up over. I'm going to fix that one sticker again, and then we'll have a look at him in vehicle mode now. And yikes, was that a bit of a chore actually to kind of get the I guess stickers to stay on the metal. That's the problem. The stickers don't want to stay on the metal piece. Now, articulation. Like I said, for the time that this guy came out, I'm going to say it was an 8. I think it was pretty impressive, all things considered. The Paint apps. Honestly, I personally prefer the guy without his stickers. To me that, I don't know, it felt more like Sunstreaker. To me. I'm sure that I'm in the minority. And probably rightfully so. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, to each their own, I suppose. If you want that toy look, well, obviously you need the stickers. It's Sunstreaker. It is what it is. It's one of the G1 figures that's, at least color-wise, closer to what we saw on the screen. So I'm going to say that too is about an 8. It's so hard to grade these guys. I mean, I'm saying 8s, but let's be realistic. The toys are just, if not more accurate than the animation. So while I'm saying 8, some people would probably say, no, they're 10. And that would be perfectly understandable. The transformation. There are little pieces, especially around the shoulders, that are not comfortable to do, man. If that shoulder issue wasn't there, I mean, I would, I guess, mark it higher. So I'm going to say his transformation is 8. I'm going to say his paint is an 8. I'm going to say his articulation is an 8. He's an 8. He's one of the better G1 figures, for sure. And oddly, one of the ones that tends to be a little more challenging to find, probably because he is good. Here he is with the classics Sunstreaker. Let me just try and move things a bit here. You know, I mean, obviously the classics is more stylized, but you can see where the homage comes in. That being said, nothing beats the lush yellow that G1 Sunstreaker was. He was and is a fantastic G1 figure. And here we are once again, and here he is. And this, of course, is G1 Sunstreaker with all of his stickers on. I don't know. For me, I'm not a sticker guy. Like, I used to put some of them on my figures as a kid, but it was never really for me. The ones on the front here do not at all like to stay on. Not even a little bit. They're extremely precarious. I don't know. Add some glue maybe. I don't know. It's not my figure. I was asked to put the stickers on. I've done that. And I don't want to mess with them anymore. But they don't want to stay on the metal. It looks like Sunstreaker because it's Sunstreaker. What else is there to say, man? It's G1 goodness at its finest. It is fantastic. It is beautiful chrome, nice die-cast metal, extremely bright, vibrant yellow plastic and paint, and some very shiny, great stickers to boot. He is in a class, perhaps all his own, and I think Sunstreaker would like that. Anyway, let me know if he's among your favorite G1 figures, G1 characters. You know, I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate you dropping by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I hope that this done justice to a long overdue fan request. And as always, I appreciate you giving me some of your valuable time, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here inside the videos.